We've been in talks about how we can partner at the event center from the first day I met Mark, but not to this level, and it just kind of ramped up recently, and we just continued to chat about opportunities, and I don't really know how this actually transformed from talks about sponsorships to, hey, we have a real big opportunity here, but Mark is an aggressive marketer. His brand is so recognizable. It was just a really good fit, especially for our industrial type community, agricultural community. So it was really a good fit, and I have to say, it's just a great name for the building too. It's memorable, it stands out, and it fits our agricultural market. You know, actually, it was just, I enjoyed lunch with him. We had an opportunity over at the casino, and we had lunch and just talked for a little bit. I think he was actually working with the casino on a couple things, and we had lunch, and we just I think we just enjoyed the conversation, and that led to a little bit of a start of a friendship, and that's grown a little bit over time, and when this opportunity came up, it just seemed to make sense. I think this partnership really does tie us into the community a little bit deeper. The Heartland Events Center has been here for 20 years as far as the name goes, but there are a lot of Heartland Event Centers. The Heartland Optical, there are Heartland. It's a good name for the Midwest, but it's not a recognizable brand that you can really ride on. BigIron is a brand that people, when they talk about the event center, they're going to say, yeah, you going over to BigIron this weekend? It almost catches a flavor of its own it's just a great fit. It's a great name. And there are some times I've seen some other naming rights agreements that you see the name and you're like, that doesn't really fit. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. It's difficult. This one covers all of those little details, and the fact that it's simply a Nebraska company, it doesn't get more heartland than that. An endorsement that there is value in contributing marketing dollars to help offset the taxpayer spend. If people really dig into what our sponsorships do for the event center, it absolutely is a direct community impact to taxpayer spend. Every dollar we gather from a sponsor is one less dollar we need from the taxpayer to help keep the operation of the event center running. So it truly is, there's the corporate side and the money side of what the sponsorship really is, but the real impact is directly to us. I live here in Hall County. It's a reduction in what we have to spend and what we have to ask for from the city council to make that happen. I think it's unknown really the depth of the impact that element can have in our building. Understanding the real deep demographics of website traffic and the impacts of those, unless you're an expert in that area, you dabble. You know some of the basic, we'll call them overriding demographics, but for someone like Mark and his team that really has to dig down to the deep dive, and they have the traffic of millions, literally millions of people coming on their website, or coming to their website, he has countless analytics that I'll never even begin to understand. His understanding of that will help us market the event. So when I'm bringing in Dwight Yoakam and ZZ Top, there may be elements of the demographic I'm not even close to touching because I don't understand some of the depth of these demographics. And I will lean on Mark for some assistance there to help me understand those better. This is a partner, and that's what I look for in any of our sponsorships, a true partnership in our community, not just somebody that, I don't believe in just throwing up a sign on the wall. I believe in partnering in ways that actually gives back not only to their business, but truly back to the community. And Mark has already alluded to the fact that, Hairball is a concert that we brought in, and it did really well for us. He said, man, I'm in for that, let's bring them back again. So even having some of that corporate support for these promoters that we bring in, to know that we have corporations that are willing to support some of these events can help us move up the ladder on other events we might not have otherwise been able to afford.
Well, we're a Nebraska-based business, and Nebraska's been good to us. We want to be good back to Nebraska with the demographic that travels into Grand Island. You draw a circle 200 miles all the way around, you're covering a big portion of the state. And people are not scared to travel to go to a good event, and the team that's at the event center right now has got some wonderful things going on. It's exciting to see capacity-filled crowds, and we're just excited about being able to help that event center grow and blossom into even bigger and better things. That's a good question. I mean, I just think name recognition is important, and I think it makes the people of Nebraska proud because we're just a Nebraska-based business that is still supporting Nebraska in addition to all the other states across the United States that we help sell farm machinery and real estate and livestock. So we're just excited about having the name on it. To be even considered as a potential person to have their name on the building was an honor in itself, and we're glad to oblige.